That's the other thing I want to talk about. There is apparently a document being circulated to convert the Michigan Republican Party into a dictatorship, which seems a little bizarre, but I've seen this from multiple sources, and people are confirming to me this document is real. For those who don't know, there is a thing, and William, you've heard about this. There is a thing called the Conflict Resolution Committee in the state party, which I'm not aware of ever existing before this term, but apparently it is something that exists now. And there are these new proposed draft rules, which are floating around. And I can bring them up on screen here, actually. Let me do that right now. So this is, I guess, the home page of it, or the front page of it. Let me try to make this bigger, see if I can zoom in a little bit. Let's see here. So it says, okay, here we go. Trying to make this more legible for folks. Can I scroll up? Michigan Republican Party statement on policy and conflict resolution matters. And it says the Michigan Republican Party, pursuant to Heitmanis versus Austin, which we talked about. I think was it 3 days ago or 10 days ago? A case which has absolutely no relevance to anything whatsoever. And also, they also misspelled the word pursuant, interestingly, but never mind that. Here's what the document says: a well-funding Michigan Republican Party environment. It's funny, remember, they've switched, haven't they? Because we've talked about this. All the things that Christina puts out, she never says Michigan Republican Party. It's always MyGOP. Now it's the Michigan Republican Party. Dan Lawless says, Conflict Resolution Committee is indeed a new subcommittee of the state committee created at the whim of the chair and still without actual authority to act. And Dan Lawless is a state committee member, so there you go. If the Michigan Republican Party has mechanisms in place to resolve conflict at its early stages, people generally see the Michigan Republican Party as fair in their dealings with them and will likely be more satisfied with their positions and tasks in the Michigan Republican Party. Reductions in conflict can lead to increased productivity, greater motivation and loyalty, lower costs, fewer claims, and reduced litigation costs.
Who wrote this?
About this.
I want to know who wrote this.
Dollars to Donuts, Jim Kopus or Dan Hartman. But here we go. That's the executive director and the general counsel, by the way, folks. 5 conflict resolution strategies. Counties in the possessive, not plural.
Yeah, counties and congressional districts, what?
Counties and congressional districts in the possessive, not plural, or any other subdivision should consider, capitalized, while trying to resolve their respective conflicts at the lowest possible level. And here we go. And there's this
graphics. Someone's trying.
Yeah, there's an interesting conflict resolution graphic. So this is how you can resolve conflicts in different ways here. And this goes on for, well, there's another page.
Aaron Tuckfield says James was the name on the file creation field. So assuming
there you go. Well, he's a legal scholar. He's a legal scholar, folks. So there you go.
Yeah, but that's
anyway. So this goes on. Different conflict resolution strategies. Conflict resolution strategy number 1: avoiding competing, yada yada yada, bullshit. But then we go to, how do I get to page 3? Okay, so now we get to page 3, and after the end of explaining what these different conflict resolution strategies are, it says, recognizing that it is highly likely that conflict shall arise from time to time in each county committee, congressional district committee, or other subdivision of the state of Michigan Republican Committee, we adopt and intend to utilize the following conflict resolution process to handle any and all relevant conflicts that arise in either county committees,
apostrophe,
congressional districts, or any other subdivision thereof, as may arise from time to time. Where is your jurisdiction? The state party.
They're trying to make it. They're trying to
exactly.
Be
That's
Supreme
exactly
Lord.
what they're trying to do. That's how crazy this stuff is, folks. They're trying to say that the state party has the authority to control what county committees do and how county and district committees resolve their disputes. And this goes on. Any and all conflicts that do arise are encouraged to be openly discussed and resolved at the lowest level where the conflict originated at all possible. And if the conflict results in any subdivision, then said conflict shall be managed by the subdivision or head officer. But the MIGOP General Counsel's Office, which is not only now missing the apostrophe, but also misspelled the word counsel. It's S-E-L. But, Jim Kopus is a legal expert. Doesn't know the difference between counsel and counsel.
Oh, we don't know for sure who wrote it, but
retains the right to call. Okay, you're right. I shouldn't say that was Jim Kopus. Whoever wrote this document does not know what counsel versus counsel is. Retains the right to call and take full control and jurisdiction of any and all conflicts at any time, directly to the jurisdiction of the State of Michigan Republican Committees. Again, missing apostrophe. State Supreme Conflict Resolution Committee for review, as may be deemed necessary, solely by the General Counsel's Office. And what do you suppose these remedies might be, ladies and gentlemen? Well, here we go. If after a good faith effort, yada, yada, bullshit, the decision of the State of Michigan Republican Committee's State Supreme Conflict Resolution Committee shall be final and binding on all relevant parties only if the case has been submitted. And the State Supreme Conflict Resolution Committee shall be a state-level committee organized and appointed by the chair of the Michigan Republican Committee, which is actually not its legal name, in collaboration with the State of Michigan Republican Party's General Counsel's Office, they got counsel right there, for specific terms of service determined in the sole discretion of the chairman of MIGOP. This committee shall report to and be subject to the direction and management of the General Counsel's Office, including but not limited to the ability for the General Counsel's Office to remove and dismiss any committee member it deems necessary at any time.
That's insane.
What? Any county committee member? Any
exactly
member? Any subcommittee? Like
they could unseat the county chair? That's what's scary about this. And Kara says aren't all county parties doing their own thing?
Where'd this come from?
The other one.
Okay.
The other one. She said we should not rely on anyone else. The scary part is this does try to usurp the county's operation. So the county's doing great. MIGOB could come in and just. That's what's scary.
Yeah, but where's the enforcement? Where's the enforcement mechanism of this? Where's the connection? So if the OCRP or Macomb County Republican Party or any other county party is a failure and their finances are in ruin and they're bankrupt, does the state party come in and fix that for them? I mean, are they're the parent group? Are we not our own separate entity? They're not going to be held responsible for our legal problems. You do something funny with money, campaign finance laws. Well, the state's not going to be responsible for it. So I don't see a mechanism where they can enforce anything.
Yeah. Aaron Tuckfield says there's a section that says all parties have to accept the final recommendation, and it is with prejudice, so without appeal. By the way, Jessica Toth has now joined us on stream. However, Jessica, if you have headphones, that'd be good because I'm starting to hear a little feedback since we brought you on. But welcome,
will
Jessica.
do.
In the meantime, though, tell us, say hello, introduce yourself. Go ahead here. Let me take that document.
Yes, hi, I'm Jessica Toth. I'm the chair of the 12th Congressional District Republican Committee. So Adam, we've been, several of us, we watch you religiously, appreciate,
Thank you.
I always respect your opinion and appreciate what you've done, to advance our cause forward.
Well, thank you very much, Jessica. I appreciate that. We have just gotten through digesting a very bizarre document that's been circulating that this is apparently what the state party plans to do, which, I feel like there's two whole separate problems here.
Right, but I want to make sure people know that this isn't our opinion, people. This is a document. This is a document from the state party. We're not dishing. We're not talking bad about anything. This is a legitimate document put out by our state party.
It's amazing. And I see two problems with this. One is the potential usurpation of the autonomy of the county and district committees, which I would note has never, ever been a problem in the Republican Party in the past, ever. Now, all of a sudden, this is what they're talking about doing. And secondly, what they're now talking about doing within the state central committee is allowing the general counsel to just dismiss anybody he wants. Oh, so, you have a problem with Christina, you need to get to 3/4 to have a vote of no confidence. Well, I'm just going to remove anyone that wants to even talk about doing that. I mean, that's where this is obviously going. They're trying to turn the Republican Party from an elected body representing the various counties and districts into a dictatorship.